Hey folks, it's Carson here. So I'm just starting to get into the UAS arena, I guess. I've always been pretty interested in them. I have a background in aviation, so it's been something that I've always been pretty curious about, you know, flying the drones, as most people call them. Back when I was in the military, I had quite a bit of experience working with a couple different platforms, US and other countries. So again, it was always really interesting, but for the price, they were just more expensive than I wanted to spend, more money than I wanted to spend to kind of just dabble in getting something. So, a couple of friends have them. I've always been interested in photography. So, just recently I've started looking into really what they can do, and I've been very surprised. So, this is going to be my first UAS. I've been back and forth on which one to get. Should I go high end? I have a habit of trying to buy the best on the market. You know, when I just started to get into things, and what happens is if I don't love it, or I maybe jumped in too quick to something, now I've got this high end item that I've spent a little too much money on. So I've looked around. I decided to go with the Mavic line from DJI. It just seems like DJI has the best overall lineup of products. So I figured, I could get into their ecosystem, learn the app, learn how everything is set up. So since I decided to go to DJI, then it was, well, what do I want to get? I didn't want to go with the Parrot. I didn't want to go with the Phantom. You can tell how little I know about all the different items. I didn't want to go with the Phantom just because it was a little too large. I valued something that was small, something that was portable, but still had a lot of performance. So I was like, I'm going to go with the Mavic. I actually saw the Mavic and got to get hands-on with it a little bit at the Apple store, looking at something unrelated. It's kind of how this whole snowball started. So once I decided to get with the Mavic, obviously I saw the Mavic Pro 2 was out, as well as the Mavic 2 Zoom. A good friend of mine is planning on getting the Zoom. He's been doing it a couple of years though, so it's a little easier to kind of, I guess make that jump for him to jump into a system that's that expensive. So that's what he's getting. I couldn't justify it. So then it was, do I want to get the Mavic Pro or the Mavic Pro Platinum? So again, I've been back and forth. The reason I didn't go the Platinum is, again, it's a little more expensive. Best Buy has the Mavic Pro now. They're discounted to $799, which for that price and for all the features it has, I can't see any reason not to go with the Pro. I ended up getting down to, I'm either going to get the Mavic Pro or the Mavic Air. Now this is being recorded in October of 2018. So if you look at this, a little bit later, or if you're thinking that maybe this is a little older, just it's a good little time reference to where we are. The twos are out, so obviously the prices are dropping on the Pros. So essentially, you can get the Pro and the Air for the same price. I think the Air is actually awesome. I really like the Air. And it's still kind of lingering, should I have gotten the Air versus the Pro? And I'll tell you why I didn't, if you're curious on why I didn't. I got the Pro because I feel like overall it's a much more capable UAS, with the main determining factor being OcuSync. I don't live in the sticks, but I don't live in downtown Manhattan either. But there's a lot of Wi-Fi around, and I'm continuing to read that people are having issues with Wi-Fi interference. A lot of trees, some hills. So I just feel like OcuSync's going to be better overall for what I want to do. Just putzing around, looking at stuff, videoing stuff, photography. But the Mavic Air, I think, is very capable, and from what I can tell, if you're in it for photography and the selfies, or either having it take pictures of you in an environment or around an environment, I think the Mavic Air is really awesome. The only thing that concerned me was the Wi-Fi, the enhanced Wi-Fi. A lot of people said it's really good. I watched a lot of videos. Obviously, YouTube's a great spot. I watched a lot of videos, and you know, people getting behind tree lines. It looked like the video was starting to break down a little bit. The video quality, video syncing. So again, this is day one. I've got my Mavic Pro. I bought the Fly More kit. Ended up being right at $1,000 at Best Buy. I went in the store and got it. They price matched their online, I think with tax. Ended up being like right around $1,050. So I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna do some unboxing videos, and I'm excited to get going. I'm a little nervous about about jumping in with $1,000 drone right off the bat, but I figure, you know, A, why not, and B, if you get one with less features, you're just gonna want to upgrade eventually. And B, at least you're getting sensors, you know, on the front, on the underneath. It's probably going to be a little bit safer. So hopefully I'm not posting a video in a couple of days of it in a million pieces. I also picked up the DJI gyro for my phone so I can record these videos on. And so far, it's awesome. I mean, it's got face tracking on it. It's moving along with me, even with my glasses on. So far, I'm really happy with the DJI line across the board. Anywho, so my next video will be that, and see you guys soon.